So I want to show you how to use the find and replace tool to apply your codes to data for quantitative analysis. So this sheet contains some data from a survey, and you can see down on the bottom left I've put in my code book. So I've got my variables here. Number one is the ID, the respondent's number. So the first person to fill in the survey got number one, and so on. Then we have the variable 2, so they were a vet or a vet nurse. 3 was gender. 4 was practice type, and 5 was time in practice. And that's the variable I want to show you how to assign a code to. So you can see here in the survey we asked the people to tick whether they were 0 to 5 years in practice, 6 to 10 years, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, or more than 20. And we've assigned 0 to 5 years is getting the code 1, 2 for 6 to 10, 3 for 11 to 15, and so on. So I've highlighted the cells in column J that contain the information. Then I want to go up to the edit tool, and see you have an option here. I want find and replace. So find what? I've set this up here 0 to 5 years, replace with 1, and I want to do all of them at once that are in the highlighted column. So I'll click replace all, and it tells me it did that 38 times, so that's perfect. The next thing then I want to do is 6 to 10 years. Just make sure when you're typing in that you're writing it exactly as it appears in the column. And I want to replace that with 2. So replace all 25 of those. Then I want to put in my 11 to 15 years, and that's going to be 3, and replace all. Perfect. 16 to 20 years is going to be number 4. Replace all. No respondents there. And then 20 plus years. And you can see here it's actually 20 years plus. So that's what I need to write in. Replace that with 5. Replace all. Made 5 replacements. Now, see, it didn't find me any 16 to 20. I realize now there's an extra space there. So I need to change that. Go back. So it's 16 hyphen 20 years, and take out the plus, and that's going to be number 4. So replace all. Still can't find it. Let me check. 16 to 20 years. Okay, and close that. I'm going to just check here why it's not finding that and replacing it. I'll try it again. Let's try highlighting these two. So you'll find it won't work smoothly like this, and just have a fiddle around it and see can you get it to work. So 16 to 20 years, replace all. Can't find that. Okay, I'm going to close that for a sec. I'm going to copy this, so highlighted, Control and C, and try and put it in directly. So find and replace. Okay, so that one worked. So if you find there's having trouble with the formatting, just play around with it. If not, you can go down and manually do it, but it's quicker obviously to use the tool. I'm just going to look down through to make sure this column J now should be all text. All my responses should be replaced with numbers, so that's fine. I've changed variable 5 now to time in practice, so I'm going to save that, and that's just how to use the find and replace tool to quickly convert responses into data. And it's a very handy tip to have up your sleeve. It's quite time saving, and it's also more accurate because it reduces the risk of you making a mistake as you manually change the data.